what's up YouTube? How you're doing? I hope you are good, happy and healthy wherever you are. This is a very special upload. So what I've done is I have put timestamps in the description box. So if you want to cut out the interview and go straight to the reaction video, go ahead. Hope you enjoy it. This is my interview with my good friends in Simbulis, talking about their new track, Silhouette.
Hello everyone, we are Simbulis and we're really grateful for Aaron for having us on, and we're talking about our single Silhouette.
Thank you to Aaron for having us on his channel.
Yeah, you're a legend.
I'll try my best, man. I'll try my best. How has the writing process changed from being in a Dying Pride, a 5-piece band, to now a 2-piece band? I can imagine it's a bit different.
Yeah, writing in this project compared to a Dying Pride has changed a lot. In a Dying Pride, there was a lot more fingers in the pie, so to speak. A lot more people writing with me. It's more of a collaborative effort. This time around, because it's still just me and Anoki, everything we've wrote up to now has literally just been us. So I'm writing all the instruments, like drums, bass, guitars, and any synths or anything. And Anoki's doing all lyrics and vocals. But that's not to say, obviously, like Anoki still has his part in certain sections. When it comes to actually analysing the track, show it him, and then we'll sit down with it over the course of like a few weeks, and we'll analyse it, pick it apart, and then at that point, that's where Anoki really helps me out with writing instruments. He'll definitely have a big part in what needs to go where.
Yeah.
What else we need to hear in the track, another instrument, maybe another synth or something.
Yeah.
How particular parts of drums or guitar should sound. But yeah, up until that point, I make the demo start to finish, and then we go in, analyse it, tear it to shreds, ready for studio. This time around with this project, I definitely, well, we both do, but speaking on my experience, I definitely put a lot more time and effort into how the final thing sounds, like how the
love it. And
yeah, definitely a lot more effort and time goes into it. I don't know the real reason of that. I think it's a combination of things. Knowing what I know more about songwriting now.
Yeah.
I know my way around guitar more, feel more comfortable and confident writing a song. I know kind of what I want. I've got a clearer direction of what I want this project to sound like.
Yeah.
It just gets better as it goes on, and we write more songs. Like this EP that's coming out, that we've got coming up this year, Radiation. This is the most confident I felt writing music. I know the direction I want to go with it. I know what sounds I want on there, and yeah, it's actually really enjoyable. Even though it's compared to a Dying Pride, I was doing a lot less because like we had Tom, like it was a very collaborative effort in that project. This time around, it's just me for the most part until we analyse the track. But it's better. Weirdly, it's better this time. There's a lot more on my plate, but
yeah,
I feel more confident with it because I could sit with the track for a few days, but I might have got myself down so far down like a rabbit hole. I might have missed so many things that actually sound trash.
Yeah.
Or so many things that I could have added in, or do you know what I mean? The song, I've just bypassed it because I'm in tunnel vision, just trying to get this song done.
Yeah.
So I bring him in and we sit down and look at the track. Sometimes he'll just pick up on something. It's like, well, that's just got to change straight away because I've just bypassed it and I've just been like head down, working away, just these ideas out and making a full song. There's a lot of things I missed. Do you know what I mean? So it is good at a certain point to get fresh ears in, and then obviously when we go to the studio, and then Miroslav does, it's like a third check on it. Do you know what I mean? Like he'll pick up on things and alter things that we've both missed. Do you know what I mean? So it's good to get the songs through that, like almost like a filtration system.
Yeah.
And really get the best version out of it. I think, and I'm so aware of that now, like compared to Dying Pride, there's a lot of things we did wrong in a Dying Pride.
Oh, definitely.
I'm learning from in this project.
Yeah.
So I'm learning from those mistakes and I'm applying myself better in this project.
It's definitely showing.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I didn't write Undying Pride, so.
It was sick whilst it lasted. And okay, how are you finding doing the vocals on this, on these recent releases?
Yeah, man, it's like my true calling, you know. I think I've like done. I learned like I play other instruments, but I've always like known that singing or like being on vocals was like my thing, and
Yeah.
there was a lot of lack of confidence or whatever when I was younger, or especially with heavy music. I didn't really consider myself like the right type of person, maybe at a certain time. Yeah, it's wicked to be honest, and I'm like, it's the most dedicated I've been to improving in terms of a musical. If you count your vocals as an instrument, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Played
yeah, definitely.
instruments, never been particularly worried about improving them. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this is my level,
Yeah.
and kept it at that. But I'm always improving and always working to get better. And yeah, it's like I couldn't imagine any other way anymore. I don't think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool, man.
Well, you say that you feel like you're improving, and it definitely shows on Relic.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Relic's another example of like looking at Vortex. Obviously, before Vortex, we'd done over like 10 demos, so it was kind of like Vortex is probably like track 11 to 15, no, maybe 11 to 16. I don't know, maybe more because so that was like my level up to a certain point, and Relic's like the step after. Do you know what I mean? Trying new things and
Yeah.
new stuff. And again, Silhouette, trying different things as well, and knowing like get better and knowing what I'm better at different things. And then it's like an evolution of vocals. I mean, and also like finding my own voice and understanding like how the best way I can express something is, but also like keeping the fun in it, I suppose, like trying different things and stuff. So yeah, it's cool. Always, it's not. Yeah, thanks for the compliment, but yeah, I'm always.
Anytime, man. You're on about you got to keep the fun in it alive. Definitely the rap style vocals in Relic. Many people might expect that at all. I was like, what? I mean,
yeah, man. I think
killed it, man.
Dude, I was like that when he fucking did it on the demo. When I was recording them for the demo, I was like, what the fuck? Like when he showed me. It's crazy. But I think that was a real, like, Relic was a real reaction to, because but from the time of finishing recording Vortex and then sitting down to record Relic, there was so much time, and we'd actually got, like, he put in so much work practicing his vocals, and I put in work practicing on guitar, and in that time we got ourselves to a better level, and we just learned so much about songwriting. And I think that was just a massive reaction to our feelings towards Vortex.
Yeah.
We just knew we could do better. And when we came to sit down and write that, it was like, it was just a good feeling, man. Like, it was just a good feeling. I think, yeah, the whole track, there's a lot of weird stuff on there that we've not normally done.
Just step out your comfort zone a little bit and.
Yeah, literally. It was just really testing the water of like, okay, I know we can write better songs. How far can we push it?
Yeah. Like for a band like us, we've got such a short amount of output, but actually, like we've got a lot of output within ourselves. Obviously released, but there's been a lot of focus on improvement and stuff, which obviously no one else sees, but hopefully it will be showing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely shown on the pair of you. I mean, the guitar skills, George, you just fucking upped your game properly. Like, that's not saying anything bad about your guitars before, like, but you can tell you've been practicing a lot, and all the free time you've got, you can tell it's being put into writing and working on your skills.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I can just there's that. I do feel like I've got better at guitar, but also it's packaging up ideas into a song better.
Yeah.
I think we can do better now. So, and that makes for a better listen when you put a song on. Like all these songs that are coming out in Radiation, you put them up against the songs on Vortex, and from a songwriting standpoint, and him as a vocalist, me as a guitarist, it's night and day. It's so day, and that's not. It's not just saying it because it's the new music or whatever.
just genuinely feel so much more
objectively,
improved.
yeah, objectively, it's an improvement. Like anybody would say the same.
Yeah.
And I'm sure. Well, I hope you'd say the same when you hear it as well. But you put those 6 songs that are going to come out against the 5 that are on Vortex, and I wouldn't believe anyone that said Vortex is better. There's no way. I believe in this new music, and it will show that we've put in work to step up our game.
Yeah. Do you guys still intend on making your own visualizers, or are you going to work with other people again?
Yeah, for the foreseeable, I'm happy creating the visualizers anyway. When we go into music videos, that will be outsourced to someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, artwork especially, I really enjoy making the artwork, and I think, like I've spoke to you before, it's better for me to do it because I know how to use Photoshop and how to use Lightroom. I know the kind of image that we want to go for and the vision that we have for each individual song, and then a whole body of work. Like say for the EP artwork, I know what we want it to look like, so I don't have to relate that to someone else. I can use the software. I may as well just do it myself.
Don't do the back and forth waiting for the replies and send it for tweaking and all that when you know exactly what you want.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no point. There's no point financially. There's no point time and effort. Like I'd rather put the time and do it myself because I enjoy it, and I know exactly. Like I can just talk to him like what kind of image we're going for this release song. What kind of what are you talking about in this track? What are the themes? I mean, cues for me to go off to make something.
Yeah.
And then I'll just open Photoshop and just go at it. And I love it. I love making it. There's no hardship for me. So, yeah, as long as they're coming out good, and as long as he likes them, and as long as they look alright, and they're good enough to post, and they fit well with the song, and they don't look trash, then yeah, I'll be doing them. That works.
And again, definitely tell that your Photoshop skills again just improved again, man. Honestly,
Thank you.
Looks like you're paying someone to do it. It looks good.
Oh mate, that's a massive compliment. That's crazy. But yeah, mate, it's like a selfish thing for me because obviously you know that I was doing my Instagram page and I was really into that, and I didn't do it for ages. This has given me an excuse to pick Photoshop to get back into it. Yeah, and I love it, man. I love it. Alongside music, Photoshop and photography, it's all my passions. So, oh man, I love it, man. I do it all day, every day.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're still doing it. Did anyone else work with you on the visualizers for Vortex?
Yeah, each of the tracks was done by my brother, Delano. Yeah, but he did a wicked job, man. We just sent him like some ideas and he created this whole thing around it, and it was really cool, man. It kind of upgraded the project, to be honest, and we still watch them now. Like we watched some the other day, and it was like, the song was like elevated by the visualizer. So yeah, he did a wicked job. And
yeah, I remember saying to you when I saw, was it Leviathan? I said to you, dude, I can literally tell this visualizer's escalating it. Like I can see like the story coming through it.
Yeah. It was wicked. We would send them back. He did them like one at a time. We sent them back, and we would like turn the lights off and watch them, and we was like, oh man, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Like immersive experience with the song blasted.
Yeah, it was really cool. We're just not going with him this time because he's just busy, and like we want to try something different. Do you know what I mean? George is doing them this time and just trying out new things. Yeah, he's got his own film on the way at some point. I think he's waiting for his son. But yeah, man, they were wicked. So
yeah, I really like them.
Yeah, we'll send you, and it'll be in the description below.
Yeah, sweet. Right, next question. Relic was absolutely killer. George, I know I spoke to you a lot about this, but what's your strategy for releases going further?
Right now, obviously we put out Relic November 2022. Silhouette is out now. And then at the moment we've been working on singles. So yeah, starting with Relic, Silhouette next. and then we've got another track coming out.
Should have named it then. I don't even know. Yeah, no, probably not. No one will remember anyway. But we don't have an exact.
We don't have an exact date for a third single, but there's a third track that we just finished up in the studio last week. We're waiting back on the mix.
Yeah. He sent an initial mix and it's really cool. Man.
Yeah, it's so great.
It's
really, you guys have teased me quite a bit saying it's fucking heavy.
Yeah. Mate, yeah, I've been telling you, man, I've been saying to you, hey, this one you're gonna fuck with. Yeah, we literally wrote it just for you, man. No.
Oh, stop at you.
Right. I don't know, it's like your taste, like it's really good. You'll like it.
Sweet.
That's like excluding anyone that's ever watching this, but just to you personally, you'll like this one. But yeah, so basically the plan is for this EP, with one single's already out, Silhouette's out now, number 2. Then we've got a third single, don't hold me to this, but maybe around May-ish.
Yeah, end of April, start of May.
End of April, start of May-ish. So that'll be 3 singles, and then we're going in studio to record the other 3 tracks. So it'll make up a 6-track EP. So all these 3 singles that will be releasing now, they'll be making up one half of an EP that's coming later this year. And that's called Radiation. Nowhere near an exact date for that because the other half of it's not even recorded yet. So yeah, these 3 singles are going in support of a 6-track EP coming out this year called Radiation.
Can't fucking wait for that, man.
Oh,
no, that's wicked, man. It's nice seeing excitement on someone else's. I mean, other than our own.
I mean, it's just like going on to the next question. Like, I don't know what to expect from this release. You know what I mean? Like, Silhouette in particular, I don't know what to expect. Like,
I was buzzing. That's kind of something I take pride in, like not creating the same like trademark sound over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a balance of like I really want to have like a distinctable sound, like especially like vocally, but not to have the same thing over and over again. And that's really exciting to me. Like, you know, because like Relic was like hopefully different, and then Silhouette should say like the time of recording you haven't heard this, so yeah, I don't know, it's like it's gonna blow everyone away. It's cool. It's it's really cool. I listen to it and I'm amazed that like, do you know what I mean? I'm amazed that something came out the way it has.
It came out way better than we expected it or ever wanted it to.
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
Did it just like evolve in the studio, or?
No, not at all. No, I don't know. I think George gave me the first like demo for it. Well, the first time I heard it, I was like, "This is gonna be wicked." But I don't even know. I just, you say it was better than you expected. For me, like I knew at that point, it was like, "This is gonna be the best track." Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. I knew it was gonna be good, but the song, we already loved it and knew there was something special within it. But it's one of them ones. It's so normally if you listen to a song so much, or you're so into a song, it can start to wear off and it loses speciality. You know what I mean? But this one, man, it's like, it's gone past the point. I'm not just being biased. Like I love this song. I actually love the song. It's grown on me. I already loved it when I first put down a demo and saw his reaction, and we sat with it for a bit and we picked it apart and we took it to the studio. But now we've had the final mix back for a few weeks and over a month now, and it's out. Like I keep listening to it and I can't stop.
I'm like fanboying our own music.
Yeah.
When I heard the demo, I was like, mate, this is incredible. And I think it was a bit awkward for you, but I was like, mate, I kept getting them to replay it, and I was like, it was just the best like track. Do you know what I mean?
It's like you just like keep saying to yourself, "There's surely got to be something in this that I don't like." Play it again.
But hardly anything changed. Like a few things changed. We added like a couple atmospheric things and like some synth. And, I'm just trying to think from the bass track. Oh, like the ending part changed a little bit. I like the ending section, but apart from that, like the track is pretty much what it was.
Very close to how the demo was.
Oh, sweet.
Time tracking it in. Yeah, I mean his reaction sort of, because I was in I mean genuinely, like it was like a Thursday to a Saturday. I was in a 3-day just non-stop. I mean, I only slept an 8 other than writing the song. 3 days I was just sat at the computer just writing for like 10 hours at a time.
I remember you telling me that literally that's all you've been doing.
Yeah, I think I messaged you at the time. And I said,
Yeah.
bro, literally just been sat at the computer for 3 days, and I was in such a, because it hit me when I first started. I was like, oh my god, there's something in my head that needs to come out now. And I had 3 days free, and I was like, I'm just going to sit here and I'm not going to stop till it's done.
Yeah.
And I was just almost close to like, I was just so in the zone with it. And then when he'd come home from somewhere and listened to it, and his reaction sort of snapped me out of it. I was like, yeah. Like, that's actually mad. Like, it's cool. So yeah, there was something right there. Like from the first demo, the first iteration of the demo, there was like some magic within it. For us, but
Yeah.
like, well, we struck something here. This song is something special.
Yeah, and that the instrumental, and it was kind of written differently to everything. It was kind of, it's borderline free. The pattern, like the vocal patterns, also like freestyled. I was just like listening to them, like making the patterns, and like that stuck. Like the patterns, the melodies and all that, they just stayed, and I sort of like just pieced it together, and yeah, kind of just like a freestyle turning into like the thing it is now.
Yeah, sometimes they're the best things, aren't they?
Yeah.
George, you've said that Silhouette is one of your favorite things you've ever written. Obviously, you can't go into it, but do you feel this is different from Relic?
Yeah, so, oh man, it's crazy because obviously all these songs that we're putting on this EP, we are making them fit within this world, if you like, this sonic world. But they don't, none of them they're so different. These 3 singles that we're going to play are so different from each other, but they're tied together sonically, like still. So weird to explain. Like we utilize a lot of ambience and atmospheric textures and stuff in the background, whether it be on guitar or synth, and that really ties in this new sound that we're going for on Radiation. But at its core, like all the defining features of each song, like Relic was very much an experimentation. It was very much like, I may have said it before, but like it's like a lab project, you know what I mean? It was, we've got all these mad, wacky ideas.
Yeah.
How do we make all these? Because we were so excited to write again, because we were so, oh man, we can make a better song. We can make a better song. We can make a better song. Anything that was on Vortex, blah blah blah. So excited to actually open up the software and actually sit and write. And we had all these ideas. We were like, oh man, we could try this. Oh, we could try this. We could like, oh man, I never thought 808s and hi-hats would be in the song. Do you know what I mean? Like, but we just, the idea was like, let's just run with it. Let's just go with it. Do you know what I mean? Anything was on the table for that song. Anything. Yeah. Nothing that we said to each other was like, oh, that's a bit much.
Yeah, there was nothing too much.
No, I mean, I put 808s and hi-hats, and he was like, that's cool, let's make it work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I tailored it to fit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously he comes out with like borderline rapping. It's like, mate, he made it work. It sounds sick. Like, I mean, so that was very much a Frankenstein's monster kind of song that we had to make work. And Silhouette, on the other hand, is much more structured, like well put together song. It's very much like a Relic, sort of like I said, like Frankenstein monster. Like, it works. You know what I mean? It's snap, but it works. It's like there's so much to it, so many moving parts to it, but it works. And some things maybe shouldn't blend together, but they do, and it works. Silhouette is very, it feels, you can hear it, you can almost hear it in your ears. It's like streamlined. It's so streamlined. It's just so smooth. It's just so easy on your ears. And it's just like everything's just working, and the synergy is like, I couldn't imagine it sounding any other way.
Like a water.
Yeah, it's like literally like the song feels like flow of water for your ears. It's just like drifting with the song, man, and it feels nothing feels. I'm trying not to like blow smoke up our asses. The difference between the two songs, Silhouette does really feel like there's so. I can't think about a word than synergy. There's just so much synergy between all the instruments and his voice. Oh man, everything was just destined to be together in that song. You know what I mean? Like that song, writing it just one. So like as I was putting the main guitar part down for like the verses, as I was recording it, I was like, I already know what I'm going to do for the bass. I know what I'm going to do for the synth. I know what I'm going to do for the second guitar part. I know what I'm going to do for the leads. Like as I was doing one thing, I was like, oh, I know what everything's doing for this part. Do you know what I mean? It all came out.
It all just kind of just lead itself, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the song, once I had the initial idea down, the song wrote itself pretty much. I know that's like so many people say it when they write a song they like, and it's like cliche, like the song wrote itself. But it did. Like
you played a song right?
Yeah, I played a song right. Yeah, it's ghostwritten. It's ghostwritten by someone way better than me. No, we wrote the song. The sound of Silhouette is something that, well, since we started this project, we've always talked about and had this fantasy about, oh, imagine having a track like this, imagine having a sound like this. And
finally, like reality.
Yeah, this is like the first, I was like, man, it's sick. We love that song. But this is the first time where it's like, oh, mate, this is the sound that we were talking about like 2 years ago when we started this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This was the sound that we was talking about, like, oh, imagine like putting together something like that, putting out a track like that. Like this was that Silhouette has hit the nail on the head of every conversation we've had between ourselves of like what track we'd like to write in the future, what kind of sound we'd like to have. I think it might be the best thing that goes on this EP. I don't know, it might not be, but I think we just hit something with this song. Like, I know I'm really not just bigging it up because it's out today or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, by the time people watch this video, I'm not just bigging it up because of that. We truly believe in the song. We truly, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not even about like saying all this just to get people to listen. Like, it's not about that. Or it's just generally like.
Yeah, don't listen if you don't want.
Yeah,
we love it.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy it. So I don't care.
I'm so glad that you guys have finally started making what you've envisioned. Like, not just putting out stuff for the sake of putting out stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that you're doing stuff that you want to do.
Yeah. And I think that
being pressured into doing something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad it's not, oh, this band is doing this, let's do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah. We never want to do that at all. We've always said, just through like people that potentially may have joined the band at one point or other, like there was a couple last year that could have potentially joined, and things like that. Not wanting to copy what's been done before. They were kind of the friction points with those not working out. We're very vocal about that between each other. Like we don't want to do that. We want to do everything we can. We're trying our best right now with these songs on Radiation to create a sound of our own that's original. That's why he loved it when you said you don't know what to expect from us.
Yeah.
Because that means a lot to us. Like that. All jokes aside, that really means a lot because I think the day when someone says, I know what the next Simbulis record's going to sound like, that's going to be a bit of a sad day.
But we worked so hard on that, like.
Yeah, I don't like the feeling of like someone knowing what I'm going to put out before it's out. That sucks.
Yeah, I think that's actually it's to our detriment in terms of like playing live and like getting other band members, because it is like
we are being very picky right now.
Yeah, but also people are like we showed people last year like the demo of Relic, and they were like, man, I'm not comfortable with being a part of that. And that was, mate, do you know what? Like if I was a musician, I probably wouldn't have been. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like if I was a drummer or whatever it was, like the demo was pretty bad. Also, it's like it's different. Do you know what I mean? There is nothing off the table. So I always kind of want it to be that way.
Yeah. And that's the thing about demos, isn't it? I mean, you could have the shittest demo going, but then that's missing all the building blocks, isn't it? Like the demo's there, and then you're like, right, what can you add to the table? Like, No, I
That's
mean,
something anyone else coming in has got to have that same belief as us. I mean, mate, the first version, I mean, apart from Silhouette, like, yeah, the first demo version of Relic was like, bro, you could listen to that now and be like, is that even the same song?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. It goes through work, and you have to have that belief. You have to have that bigger picture vision from the start. You have to be like, it sounds like this, but you have to just take it at face value. You have to see past what it is right now, because the whole point of making a demo is to just get that first version of it out there. It's a demo version. It's like a beta test of the game or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's not fun.
That's to play on it, don't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like listening to the potential. Whenever I hear an instrumental for like the first time, I'm listening to the potential of something.
yeah. You hear the things that are not there. You hear the missing pieces that would make it better. That's why we go through that process of analysing the song before we take it to the studio, so we know.
Anything, you don't want it rushed at all. You want it completely. You know what I mean? You want it completely checked, everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know we're kind of talking about this now. Any close to completing the lineup? You're waiting for like the future for this EP to be out, and then look for full-time members.
Yeah, I think we'll go full on and trying to get the lineup once it's released, because we really want to be playing live, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet you can fucking wait to get on stage.
Yeah.
For it, mate.
Yeah. So it could be a case of like session musicians for the first few shows. We'll go hard on the looking for members, I think, once Radiation's out. So yeah, we are no closer, to be honest. There's no imminent rush, but we know it's like it is this thing in the air.
Yeah. You know it needs to happen, sort of thing.
So as soon as kind of like these singles and like Radiation's out fully, that's when it's like, now we go in and we look for people. So I think
full steam ahead, sort of thing. Like, right, this is what we are. Are you interested? If you want to make a career out of music like we do, sort of thing.
Yeah, because we just need that new music out. I mean, Vortex, like, I know we bash on it a lot, but we shouldn't. But Vortex to us was just like you mentioned it, you worded it like getting our foot in the door. Do you know what I mean? It's that platform. It's just that somewhere to go off. So we've got something out. But now,
because we were together for a long time, like relatively, before we had any music out. So it was like, oh yeah, we are in a band, we're doing music, but we have nothing. Like, we had demos, obviously, but nothing released. So we just needed to release music, and that was kind of Vortex.
I mean, obviously, you need guys that also want to make a career out of music like yourselves. I've said it quite a few times. You guys, like, you're taking it so seriously, and I love it. Like, you want to make it, and with the mindset you guys have got, honestly, I can see you getting far.
Oh, cheers, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah.
But that's how I've been going so hard on the music and like bettering ourselves as musicians, because we want to make music that reflects that.
Yeah.
We want to make music that reflects how much we want this.
The love and the passion definitely shows, man.
Oh, nice one, man. Yeah.
That's why I think I like Silhouette. I think that's why I like Silhouette so much, because for me, that song does reflect that. I think when you listen to this song, it reflects like two people that have worked hard to get that sound. To get that sound, you can't just whip that together with no experience. Like that's the sound that's been practiced and failed and practiced and failed and tried millions of times.
You've got to try and fail so many times, haven't you, to then finally find what you like and what works.
Yeah, but I think, the reason I like Silhouette so much is because it is a piece of music that deserves respect and attention. It deserves for it itself to do well.
Yeah.
So I'll keep making music that showcases that we've been working on. Like, we've worked hard to get the songs to sound like this. Do you know what I mean?
I like how you worded that. It deserves respect. I love how you worded that. Because most of the days, like, music's just put out like, oh, mate, we got the sickest breakdown. Oh, check it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about the breakdown, man. It's about the music, you know what I mean? It's about all the hard work that's gone into it, and the stories behind it, and the learning the instruments and learning your craft, basically, and
Yeah, it's music's
into
part at the end of the
what
day,
you're
isn't it?
releasing.
It's part. Yeah, so much goes. You know what I mean? Like the 3 minutes, three
Yeah.
or what minutes that you'll hear of the song. There's hours and hours and hours and hours behind that. That's
It's
made that.
mad into how much time goes into such a short amount of
Yeah,
such a short release,
yeah,
and all the
Yeah.
hard work behind it.
yeah. It's just a snapshot of everything. That's why we say we're scared of it. Like, oh, it's peak of our musical ability right now, or
Yeah.
whatever. Because it is really. It's just lucky that it came out so well. It's just lucky that he did so well on vocals, and I just had that brainwave of like 3 days and got that demo out. Because these songs, like, man, you put so much into songs. Do you know what I mean? But they're just a snapshot of everything you've learned and it up to that point. And you have to you have to somehow cram everything into this snapshot like that you want to put out there. Do you know what I mean? And it's hard. But I think this song is perfectly captured like everything that we wanted to get out in a song. Do you know what I mean?
I seriously cannot wait to hear
I
it.
want it. Well, no, I want to hear it again.
I don't know if you can talk about it, but what was the reason for the release date being pushed back?
We was talking to Miroslav. It was actually quite recent. When we was recording the third single a couple of weeks ago. We was just having an open, honest conversation with him about we kind of wanted to get his similar how we do with the music, but just sort of aside from the music, we were just like, look, man, like in your honest opinion, what do you think is like the best next step for us? And I mean, I'm going so much deep into this. I need to. It's not that deep, but we've kind of come to this conclusion, like based off his opinion as well, that probably the best next step for us, because we figured out our issue was like we're putting out this stuff that we're really proud of, but we don't have the reach off of our own platforms right now. We don't have the platform for this. Like I said, I want this song to get the respect that it deserves. I want it the attention that it deserves, but we don't have the platform that will get it that. So basically, we've got in contact with our bands sort of early in the career. They use these feature pages on YouTube. So you've got like Beheading the Traitor for our kind of music. You've got like Beheading the Traitor is a big one, Dreambound's a big one, and like Space on Travel. So yeah, we've got Silhouette to be released over on Space on Travel on YouTube. So yeah, it's just sick because they the reason for
as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the reason for bands doing that is like that. Well, that's their purpose. Their purpose is to showcase underground bands that don't have the platform themselves. These pages have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and it's full of people ready to consume new music. It's almost like the act as like a hub, a little community for like showing everyone, oh, this is all the underground music, this is all the new music you should be listening to. And it's a good place. It's a good way to house it all in one place, rather than these bands sort of lost, flittering about everywhere with no sort of voice, no sort of platform. So it's a YouTube page that gives small bands like us a voice, and it gives us a chance to put our music out in front of way more people than we could reach. So.
Oh, sweet. Oh, mate, I'm looking stoked for you on that one. That's cool.
So,
like,
but yeah,
it worked. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, mate, it's really exciting because we was talking about it. Like, it'd be nice for more people to hear the song. It'd be nice to get some like genuine response and feedback,
side view sort of thing.
Yeah, on a track that we're so proud of and we feel deserves more attention.
Yeah.
And our pages, our platform at the moment just can't offer that. So yeah, it's coming. Well, you'll see it now on it'll be on Space and Travel YouTube channel.
Well, chuffed for you on that. That's mint. And I think I'm going to make this a final question. Who have you been recording your latest stuff with?
So yeah, we've been recording for everything on Radiation. We're recording with Miroslav of Jigsaw Audio in Derby. Super talented guy, great guy to work with. Every recording session has been an absolute blast. It's been a breeze. Yeah, man. And he gets what we're trying to do with the music. He gets our vision. He like perfectly just gets our ideas to where they need to be to sound top on the track. Like,
Oh, wicked. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy.
yeah, he's great at what he does, and yeah, it's super seamless, man. Like you go to him with an idea, and it's easy to talk to. Like latches onto an idea really well. He has a great vision for all different kinds of artists, and yeah, he knows exactly how to take your idea to where
Oh,
you
sweet.
want. So yeah, it's great.
Nice one. I think that's it. I think we've done it.
That's great, man. Yeah, that was cool. Thank you so much for having us, man.
Anytime. And thank you so much for coming back and doing a second interview.
That's a little extra part. We recorded all this before. But,
We've done this 3 times now. I'm so excited.
said it before. Like you should like I don't know what your plans are, or whatever, but like I don't know, like podcasting and stuff's a really cool idea. I don't know why I'm like pitching new ideas, but
yeah.
You're saying it because we want to do a podcast with you and just talk shit.
Yeah.
I'd be so down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that, like there is no one. Do you know what I mean? Like no one around like actually talking to bands. Like
Yeah. I mean, there's not really a voice for like small local bands, is there?
yeah.
I think
Small, obviously, yeah, small and that, but like whoever comes your way, do you know what I mean? Whatever you're taking fancy to, as long as you don't forget us.
I never forget you guys. Don't you worry.
I can interview and live in sleep token over here.
Yeah, I think I'm just focusing mainly on like the smaller bands. Because obviously I get copyrighted to fuck with like big bands, and then that can affect the channel. So I'm thinking with smaller bands, hopefully I get them a bit more views, a few more fans, and people that stick around for them. So I'm hoping that reactions, you know what I mean? Like reactions kind of like speak for themselves, don't they? So
yeah, it's sick, like whether I mean we've been very vocal about it with you, but whether anyone else says it to you or not, like mate, it's so nice hearing people react to your music. Like mate, like it warms my heart. Like it's like
the coolest feelings on the planet, man.
Yeah, because we put in so much work to get these tracks to where they are. I put them out like, mate, watching you react to Relic was like, mate, we've watched that video like 10 times. Like it's so lovely to see him because you're so passionate about music.
Yeah,
it's just so nice, man. Yeah, what you're doing is really sick, and like you put so much support and time and effort into reacting to our stuff and sharing your thoughts on our music. Like that's the biggest compliment ever. Nothing you could say would be a bigger compliment than you doing what you're doing right now.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So,
like I say, like anything I can do for you guys, just hit me up and I try my best to make it happen, sort of thing. So
yeah, start a podcast.
I don't like to even think about, you know, last time when you mentioned it, Anoki, I was thinking about, could I do a podcast?
Well,
I was thinking like, because obviously this could be a bullet to cut down and edit and whatever. So it would be cool to just like
not have to do that.
Yeah, just put it all on one podcast and say, click here and listen to this, listen to these lot ramble about shit. So
yeah, man, I think that's a wicked idea. Just try and like, you know, just have a space somewhere where you can actually be in the same room. Because obviously it's not the same.
No. I think it'd be really cool if like we arranged to meet up and have a few beers or whatever, and just sit in a room and whatever, and just fucking banter it all out. You know what I mean?
Talk about music and all sorts.
Yeah, definitely.
It's something down the line to think about, man. I don't know, but obviously, yeah, I'm like jumping. It's like me talking about album when we need to be focusing on EP. So obviously, like, yeah, focus like people what you're doing in terms of the reactions, because it really is cool, man. Like it really is. But I know I'm just long-term shit. Like,
yeah, we always do that. We always think, oh, I could do that in so amount of time. But just because of the kind of person that you are, your personality, and the way you talk. I say that. I'm not talk. Mate, you talk well, right? You could talk.
Don't.
You could talk. One person in my life that knows everyone and can just talk until the sun goes down is you. So, mate, a podcast is like a natural transition. Yeah, I'm saying. No, like someone who can't talk, I'm saying that you can very well, and a natural transition, like, well, a new thing, a new branch onto what you're doing is like podcasting.
Depends how far you want to go, innit? Like,
yeah,
it's definitely like since the first time you said that,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
be interested. But then I thought, you know what, fuck it, I don't care if anyone isn't interested or not. Like, you know what I mean? As long as we're having fun doing it, and
you get so many people on it, you could probably get like, I mean, like those are earth bands and like fucking
Liam.
Yeah, Liam, like different people in like industries and bollock. Like, I mean, it'd be so interesting for you to like be able to get different people's perspectives on that. Like,
yeah.
Like I say, mate, people that do all these things, like Liam running on Earth, Liam and Harry, and these bands that run on Earth, like us, any other bands, mate, it's not. I don't care what they say if they admit it or not. It's a nice feeling when someone acknowledges what you do.
Yeah.
Someone acknowledges your passion. Someone acknowledges what you love. Do you know what I mean? It's a nice feeling when someone asks you questions about it.
Yeah,
it's great, man. Like, So yeah, what you're doing is really good, and I think podcast, like, sick, really, really.
I really appreciate that. Like, I was saying to someone at work the other day, like, it was on about my channel and all that, and I said I just wish, like, back when A Dying Brad was a thing, I wish someone did like a reaction to some of our songs, but I don't think back then reactions were a thing, were they? Like, they've only just come in like the last couple of years, haven't they? Really?
Yeah, the last few years have really boomed up. Yeah, back when it released out, I mean, it was like you won't really find a lot of people doing that.
Very difficult once it was like mainly just people like magazine reviews and online reviews, and even then they won't get back in touch with you because they're so busy and whatever.
Yeah.
So
now it's way more accessible to get people to react to your music. Like obviously, there's a market for it on YouTube, especially Twitch. No, it's way more prevalent now than ever. It's great.
Oh god, yeah, definitely. That's just boomed, hasn't it?
But yeah, man, thanks so much for doing this, because I know it's like a big use of your time, and I don't know. Really
and likewise to you as well. I know, like, time's really.
No, but obviously, this is like, it's important to us. You know what I mean? So it's like one of our, man, we've got so few ways of getting our name to anyone other than the inner people like already following us or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like nice to, you know, for someone else to be like, how to take up. Do you know what I mean? Like, to get. There's different strands of ways of getting the name out, and it's really cool for us. So I appreciate it.
Very quickly, can you guys just introduce the song?
What's up, guys? We're Simbulis, Anoki, George, and this track is Silhouette.
Jump as well.
Time slows as you free.
Man, I'm so glad that Loki's doing these cleans. So ambient and space. So ambient and spacey. Bass background. bass is so bouncy.
An attempt to make sense of what you say. It's clear there's a promise locked into a memory where you swore you would never pay me. You swore, you swore.
Okay.
You swore you would never be mine. You swore, you swore.
Powerful scream.
You swore you would never be mine. 'Cause you already know how. 'Cause you already know how to always be said.
Yes.
There must be more than this. There must
That guitar. Simbulis. Guys, come on. There must be more than this. And I didn't want that to end. You've done it again. You have completely blown me away. Like I said, I had absolutely no idea what to expect from this release from you. All that I knew is that you told me it's very different and that it was your favourite song that you wrote. And honestly, you can tell the love and the passion and the commitment to the music. It's like you said in the interview, it is all there. You can really tell that you guys are serious about this, and I can honestly see you guys going so far. I am super stoked for you that you've got this released on the Space and Travel YouTube. You're going to get so many well-deserved views and new people listening to you finally. You two are so hardworking, and I'm not just saying this because I've known you for years. You deserve the best. Big shout out to Mouselove again. Dude, you absolutely killed it with the mix. It just sounds incredible. It's so ambient and spacey and trippy, and yeah, you should all be so proud of yourselves, and I cannot wait to see what else you guys bring. The link to the original video over on the Space and Travel YouTube page will be down below in the description. The link to Simbulis' page will be in the description. Be sure to check them out on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that jazz. Before I go, I just want to add that I have created a Spotify playlist including all of the tracks that I've reacted to on this channel. Be sure to check it out if you want to. Check out the bands. I'll be updating that every time I do a new reaction video. So take care of yourselves, guys. Until next time, peace! I'm back again. And upon a further few more listens, I've noticed this bit.
As you unlock the box in your hands, you've kept in the way for all these years.
It's got major Electric and Fire vibes. Anoki, man, your vocals are just constantly improving. And I'm also so happy to see that the video on the Space and Travel channel is getting over 1,000 views. Mental. Bye.